This is Harley Race, 8 times NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, first ever King of the Ring.
This is Randy Rose from the original Midnight Express.
This is Todd Howard from Ellen Promotions.
This is Mr. Wrestling 2.
Hello, it's the hardcore legend, Mick Foley.
This is Q-Ball Carmichael.
Hey, folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and we're locked into that Ringside. Tough time.
I want to say greetings, good evening, how you doing? There's about 20 different ways. I really wanted to start the show off right now, but it's actually a private joke, so I'm not going to do it. Attica! Attica! Okay. Welcome into Beyond Ringside Live on this 24th day of March, 2019. From the ever-evolving Studio One, I am the Magic City Motor Mouth Fast Eddie Layne, being joined by my tag team partner, the incomparable Mark Mabo Bowman. What's up, buddy?
My new name is officially 1724/A12.
Isn't that supposed to be ALDOC?
Something like that. You can just start calling me Doc from now on.
Okay, that works. We're going to go with the one.
I can tell you, though, that, I can tell you right now that if you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, you better read the Sun, respect the law and order. You'll serve hard times.
I miss Ray Traylor so much sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad his contemporary was there and not Nails' contemporary.
Uh-huh. On this beautiful Sunday afternoon, yes, the birds are chirping. The sky is mostly sunny, partly cloudy, and the red wasps are back in force. Wow.
Right?
I mean, and actually it's funny because in my neighborhood where Studio One is located, on one side of the building, I've got red wasps galore. On the other end, I've got guineas galore. And I'm just sitting back going, where's the bumblebees and the carpenter bees? And here they come flying doing the dive bomb routine on the guineas and the red wasps. It's like...
What?
The carpenter bees and the bumblebees?
No. The red wasps and the what?
The more guinea style of wasp.
Okay, because I didn't know if you were talking about pigs or if you were being racist.
No, none of the above.
That's why it took me. I was like, no, It's like, did you forget what each of our gimmicks were?
Guinea wasps. Have you never seen them?
I've never heard them called. I've heard red wasp, but I've never heard them called that.
No, there is another species of wasp called guinea.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, well, we know about the pigs.
Okay.
And chickens.
So can we call you Doc Bowman from now on?
You might as well.
All right, Doc Bowman.
It changes the man. I found religion. I started working out. I got my college degree.
College degree? Wow, that was quick. You did a lot in 3 hours.
I wasn't even that.
There's some other things I'm sure you were doing, or like running like hell around the sides. However...
Nope, I was just glad I was the only one there.
Oh, beautiful thing, too. Starting out the world with a different style lead story than we would normally do here on Beyond Ringside Live. Normally it'd be a lead-off story for Shooters Gallery Thursday nights, 9 Central, 7 Pacific. Whereas the wonderful world of professional football is picking up their jaw right now. Just recently released on his Instagram account, multi-time Super Bowl champion, All-Pro, one of the most solid personalities to play the game of football. Rob Gronkowski has announced his retirement from the NFL. And first off, and I know we're going to use the cheesy one, so I'll just sit back and say, hey, look, want to wish Gronk the absolute best in his future endeavors. To which, for those of us who are not Patriots fans in this world, we're sitting back going, it couldn't happen soon enough. Rob is an excellent player. I would have loved to have had him on my Falcons or my Raiders. But by the same token, You know, hey, he did well for himself up in New England. Made a lot more people than normal detest the New England Patriots. And, you know, just mainly because a lot of people just couldn't find a way to beat them. This year, a lot of people thought that the Patriots were looking pedestrian, and look what happened. But to be able to go out on top, as Gronkowski is able to do, you can't argue with success in any capacity whatsoever. So what's funny is, if you're watching, or if you're on WWE.com earlier today, they were making a count. They had a countdown. I can't remember if it was top 5 or top 10 situations that occurred at ringside. Gronkowski was a part of one of those, to where he came over the rail, into the ring, 3-point stance, charge. And for me, it's like, Gronk officially retires just before WrestleMania. You know that Vince is chomping at the bit. Gronk's healthy. He's a strong draw. It would not surprise me. Because remember, they're New York, New Jersey again. And Gronk probably not going to be too far from there. It would not surprise me to see Rob Gronkowski sitting front row ringside at some portion of WrestleMania and possibly get involved again. Mabo, any ideas? Any thoughts?
Don't give a damn.
I personally would like to see Gronkowski at the PC Performance Center. I would like to see him actually do something with WWE. He is still very much young enough, chronologically speaking and professionally speaking, to where I think he could actually do something in a solid nature, in a good way, with WWE. I know you don't give a rat's ass about football, but by the same token, when I'm right about this, you heard it here.
Oh, you'll let everybody know. That's what you do.
Of course. It's what you do. It's what we all do here. Trust me, folks, Mark Bowman is not nearly as humble as he would allow you to think. Of course, he does most of his off-air. I'll do a lot of mine on-air. I don't care. I'm shameless. No relation whatsoever.
I don't give a damn about no Rob Gronkowski or Krakalowski or whatever his name is.
Gronk.
You want to see him? You want to see him at the PC? I want to see him overdose on PCP. How about that?
That is just wrong.
No, the other one I thought of first, I was wrong, but I don't want to say it because you might get mad.
Yeah. Hashtag hell damn ass.
Oh, no. You want to see him at the PC? I wouldn't mind if he got CP.
Oh, dude, that is wrong. That is just...
It changes them. Hey, when you go through what I've been through, it changes the man.
I'm sure it does. And of course, yesterday, WrestleCon having to release the news that, unfortunately, Pac will not be appearing at WrestleCon. Due to... Say what?
Did they say why?
Yes, I was getting to that.
In the state, they got no time for no dramatic effect.
In the statement, what I was trying to get to was, in the statement released by WrestleCon on their Twitter account, we regret to inform you that Pac will not be at WrestleCon. We worked diligently over the last several months with our attorneys to ensure he successfully received a visa to travel into the United States. Our visa application was filed in a timely manner, all fees paid to attorneys, and all required information was disclosed to government officials. Our attorneys were confident that there would be no issue, and based on their experience and expectation, we advertised Pac on the assumption he would be there no problem, and there would be no problem obtaining a visa. However, after exhausting all efforts, we were unable to provide Pac with the appropriate visa to travel and work in the United States. We understand and share your disappointment of this unanticipated outcome, as does Pac. From there, they are offering full refunds for all autograph and photo op opportunities that directly involved him. So, look, I was hoping he'd be there. I mean, I'm not going to be there. I mean, I'm sorry. I'll be there in spirit, not in body. But lo and behold, I mean, this is, for me, that's a big one because he's tremendous talent, great in-ring talent. So, I mean, and would definitely have been a major asset at WrestleCon. Mark?
Next.
Okay.
No, but I mean, like, do you think this will affect his Double or Nothing appearance?
Unconfirmed. I don't know. Hadn't even thought of that yet.
Because he's not the only one as far as wrestlers with visa issues. Like, there's a list going around, multiple sources. There's like 7 NXT people working hurt, but there's 2 people dealing with visa issues. One dude like named Big Boa or something. I don't know. I hear Big Boa, and I think the Cobra boxing specialist from G.I. Joe, but like Big Boa and then some other dude, they're having visa issues. That, you know, like you said, everything was properly filed, and I don't know. You think maybe Vince, for as far as Pac goes, just to kind of throw off WrestleCon, do you think Vince called in a favor to a certain Hall of Famer?
Oh, hell no.
To slow up on some visa issues?
Oh, hell no.
He could have.
Nah.
He could.
Vince doesn't give a damn about WrestleCon. If nothing else, he wants WrestleCon to succeed because that means there's more fans in New York that'll also spend money on his product.
But this also involves a former talent that chose to leave the company.
Right, and Vince couldn't control that. Well, Vince could have controlled that if creative would have been better, instead of doing this crap about pushing Enzo Amore, a completely talentless hack inside the ring, whose only asset whatsoever was the fact that he could actually utilize his gift of gab for 5 seconds.
Yeah, but so why not call in a favor to the guy who walked out on your company? Keep him out of the country for a while.
Nah. I don't think Vince would do that. I don't think Vince would do that. I don't think Vince would actually intentionally keep someone from making money, especially considering the length of time he's been gone from WWE. If it was inside of a no-compete clause agreement, oh yeah, the lawyers would be there in a blink of an eye. But if that NCA is done, the non-compete agreement, if that NCA is wrapped up, finished, and expired, he doesn't give a damn. Because in the eyes, okay, short look inside the glimpse of the mind of some promoters. Not all, some. If you've got the biggest yard and a person decides to leave the yard to go play in the yard next door, well, you're going to make sure that that neighbor knows you've got that person can't play in your yard policy. You're going to make sure that that person doesn't play there. But by the time that agreement ends, most of the mentality of a lot of promoters is, well, they've been gone from here for 90 days to 6 months. People have forgotten about that person, which is a major misconception, especially in calendar year 2019, where you've got the internet and a lot of people, in-ring talent otherwise, have a lot of social media followers. And so the logic is, it's like, look, they don't have the name Neville. You can say formerly known as Neville, but in Pac's case, a lot of people knew him as Pac before they knew him as Neville. Now, for the WWE bubbleheads, they probably already forgotten. Most of them, not all. But, yeah, I don't think Vince is the type, it's like, he's been gone for a year, that nobody remembers him. If they knew him as Pac, they know him as Pac. Let him go. Let him do his thing. I wish he was here, but no, he's not here.
Yeah, I doubt he said that.
Say what?
I doubt Vince was like, oh, I wish you were still here.
He was a talented in-ring performer that got a good reaction from the crowd.
Dude, you're talking about a guy with a distorted God complex who, don't get me wrong, I mean, if not for him, we wouldn't be where any of us wouldn't really be where we are today, but he transcended that when he was already out of his mind as it is, going into the Mr. McMahon character. And then that just cemented his Looney Tunes. So, I would not be surprised if somehow somebody got in Vince's ear and they'd be like, hey, we can do this. We just got to call in a favor. Telling you.
I don't think Vince would call the Donald and say, hey, buddy, you got anybody who can help me on this?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And later in the show, Mark will be wearing a tinfoil hat.
No, if I keep bashing the almighty Cheeto God, I might end up, all of a sudden the line might drop dead.
Nah. It's funny. Now, this past Thursday on Gallery, Shooter's Gallery, Shane Knowles brought up. Yeah, you've been on there once.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Sunday and Tuesday is your home. Don't cross the streams, Egon. Plus, on Thursday, we talk more than just wrestling. We talk sports.
Well, did you guys talk about the situation with Aunt Becky?
Not yet. One of the things we discussed was an upcoming event later in the year, in August 15 through August 18 in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Hilton Charlotte University, 8629 J.M. Keynes Drive, Keynes, and it's called The Gathering. T-Mart Promotions presents The Gathering, a weekend of wrestling, fans, and fun. Once again, that's August 15th through 18th. They have got a lineup with over 60 stars and legends already booked. And this is in the same basic area where Greg Price used to hold the old NWA conventions, the Legends Cons. And the names that they have already got signed for this it's just absolutely a who's who. You would almost think that it's going to be, you would think more of anything else that it was actually WrestleMania weekend at WrestleCon or at Fan Access. But, of course, they're going to have the complete lineup for the Midnight Express. All of the members that are with us will be there. Dennis Condrey, Randy Rose, Bobby Eaton, Stan Layne. I understand there is talks with Jim Cornette. Former AWA and WWE announcer Ken Resnick, Killer Ken's going to be there. Missy Hyatt slated to be there. Hollywood John Tatum, Jack Victory, the legendary Carlos Colon, Rick Steamboat, going down, the living legend Larry Zbyszko, Shane Douglas, Harley Race, Lanny Poffo, Barry Windham, Al Perez, Dark Journey. Wow, just saw that one. The Cuban Assassin, Fidel Sierra, Greg Gagne will be there, and they're already selling tickets. I mean, I'm trying to see Sheikh Adnan Al-Qassi. That was the name I was looking for. So, and a whole lot more. Mr. Electricity, Steve Regal slated to be there. So, folks, especially the eastern half of the country, go ahead and start marking your calendars, making your plans, checking on travel arrangements. This is going to be a phenomenal weekend. Once again, that's August 15th through the 18th. Definitely want to check it out from T-Mart Promotions. It is called The Gathering. Once again, in that same general area where the old NWA Legends Festival, Legends Convention was. T-Mart Promotions has picked up the ball, and damn, are they running with it. Marcus, you started to make a reference to Aunt Becky a minute ago.
Yep, I was just wondering if anybody's heard about it.
Go for it.
No, just worried about Aunt Becky, that's all. That's it.
Which Aunt Becky?
Becky Katsopoulos from Wake Up San Francisco.
Oh, God. Nope, haven't heard anything else about that story. Although, thank you for the lead-in that I finally got. Karen Smith from Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling will be joining us at approximately 7 p.m. Central Time. Going to have a pair of tickets to give away for Scorned from Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling, slated for Saturday night, April the 6th at the Moody Civic Center in Moody, Alabama. For those who already have tickets, cool. You can always win a pair and give them to a friend or family member. From there, also looking forward to working side by side once again with my tag team partner here on the show as we comprise the announce team.
Who?
You, ding dong.
No, me like Chocodile.
You like what?
Me Chocodile.
You Chocodile?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
And you never will.
You are orange vanilla Coca-Cola. Some people get it, some people don't.
No, I am orange vanilla Coke Zero. I prefer it over the regular.
Haven't tried that yet because I am not a big fan of Coke Zero.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I just think it makes it enhances the orange vanilla flavor more. But, my personal preference, if you go to any of the mixology stations or whatever it is, usually at a Zaxby's or a Firehouse Subs, I like to get Coke Zero, but I like that little splash of lemon, not lime. I go lemon. I'm weird. I know. Chocolate house. So, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes.
Karen Smith.
Giving away. Yes.
Now, are these Golden Circle and VIP? Or just VIPs or what? What's
I'm not sure what we're going to be giving away this week.
Well, I'm just saying, it sounds like a nice pair.
It is. Very much so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Also, speaking of upcoming events.
You want to say something so bad? Choco Dial. Upcoming events. What you got, big dog? Hit it. Roll.
All right. God, you scare me sometimes.
That scared me too.
From the Scenic City Wrestling Group, Saturday night, April 27th, East Ridge, Tennessee. It's the Scenic City Showdown, a benefit for the East Ridge High School football program. One of the feature matches that will take place. And this match by itself, I swear to you, is going to be worth the price of admission. Ooh, pressure? No, not really. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to having both of these gentlemen on the show in upcoming days. The 2018 Scenic City Invitational winner, Joey Lynch, who's also known as one half of the Lynch Mob, going against the 2019 Scenic City Rumble winner in AC Mack. Folsom will throw this one out there. First off, got a lot of respect for Joey Lynch. Worked with him on a number of different occasions with a number of different shows. Tremendous in-ring talent. Great guy. One of the best pure heels in our industry right now that I know of in the southeastern United States is the Mac of all trades, AC Mack. In-ring work, excellent. Microphone work, oh hell yeah. The way he carries himself, yes. If this kid is not on somebody's Wrestler of the Year ballot for 2019, something wrong in this business down south. I'm looking forward. Like I said, I've had a chance to work with him over at Peach State and a number of other promotions. And both of these two gentlemen, of course, a lot of people know Joey Lynch, just like they know his brother. Tag team wrestling, singles wrestling, all of the above. I can't say enough positives about the Lynch brothers or the Lynch Mob. By the same token, AC Mack is finally starting to show up on the radar of a lot of people. This is the same AC Mack that I was talking about 2 years ago. Legit. The guy, he brings it each and every time. And like I said, love to have both of them on Beyond Ringside Live in upcoming days. So mark your calendar, make your plans. Saturday, April 27th, East Ridge, Tennessee. Also featuring the Scenic City return of Memphis wrestling legend, the superstar, Bill Dundee. We'll be having more information about the Scenic City Showdown in the next few weeks right here on Beyond Ringside Live, as well as the Shooters Gallery. Like I said, and also working out the logistics to possibly get AC and possibly even Joey on with us to talk about the upcoming match. Love to get their feedback. Now, aside from everything else that we've been talking about right off the bat, which, of course, we do shameless promotion. That's what we do. That's who we are. As well as making fun of everything under God's creation. Mabel, normally I save this for the last segment. What has actually visually and mentally stuck out to you in the world of pro wrestling throughout the course of this week?
I don't know. Remember we discussed it Tuesday. My internet was down Monday and Tuesday, so I did not get to watch nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. I do know that the New Japan. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, this kind of sticks out. just because when I say local boy making good, I don't necessarily mean state of Alabama, but I'm gonna say southeastern local boy makes good. Where'd my glasses go? There he is.
You broke up on that.
I said I lost my glasses. Where they at? There they is. But no, let's say a southeastern local boy makes good. Chase Owens.
Yeah.
Killing it over in New Japan and positioned himself for a shot at the New Japan North American heavyweight title. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's whatever the one Juice Robinson has right now. And I mean, you know, well, originally Chase Owens, as everybody knows, is Tongan. Everybody knows that. He's Tongan. You know, he finally got his dual citizenship to be American, too.
Right.
But, yeah, everybody knows that. But, you know, like I said, he started out in the Southeast. He was part of, you know, the NWA. He was, I think, 7 guys, maybe? So it was like back when New Japan and the NWA had a working agreement. I think there was like 7 or 8 of them that went over there for something. And he's the only one that stuck it out and stuck it around. And then, you know, eventually became a member of Bullet Club. And, you know, he's been doing multiple tours for at least, I think he's been officially with New Japan for about 2 years now. But, yeah, he's finally moved into position to contend for, you know, one of New Japan's major singles titles. So, you know, I've had the pleasure of working with him a couple times. He's a good dude. And, yeah, it's just, I think it's kind of awesome.
Are you sure you weren't talking about the New Japan U.S. Championship? Because I know Juice has that one currently.
That's the one, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I can't remember if it's a U.S. or a North American title. I don't know, because there's North American titles everywhere. There's U.S. titles everywhere. It's whatever Juice Robinson has right now.
Yeah, at the New Japan Cup 2019, one of the matches in play, the IWGP United States Championship. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze, and that would have been a loud one. Juice actually defeated Chase Owens to retain that U.S. title. But
okay, so I don't know if it. I know the Cup's going on right now, but I know Chase Owens defeated Juice in the first round of the New Japan Cup tournament. So, and I wasn't sure if they'd challenged for the title yet, or if they were saving that for, you know, Mania weekend to do something.
Speaking of announcements, let's do this.
Let's do it.
First off, you said your cable was down this past weekend, so you didn't get a chance to see that much. But I'm going to sit back and say Tuesday night, SmackDown. Sorry, I'm going to hold up on the SmackDown thing. I'm going to come back over to Raw.
It's going back to Raw, kids.
Yeah, we're going back to Raw, kids. Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Announcing
that he wants his last match to be against Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. Sorry, uncontrollable cough here. And the crowd turned. And he was trying his best to sell the moment. Look, I get to pick my own opponent, and as much crap as or as much that I've been through with Baron Corbin to be able to shut him up one more time on the grandest stage of them all in my final match would mean a lot to me. So that's where, but the crowd wasn't hearing it, and the internet exploded. One of my favorites is the fact that somebody created a meme for the match saying Kurt Angle's farewell match. On one side of the poster, Kurt Angle. On the other side of the poster, a dumpster fire. John Cena retweeted this. I died laughing.
Is it the one that I sent you on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
I should have let you have that story. I don't know what you haven't seen, so therefore it's like, eh.
Well, I mean, like I said, I know I sent that to you and a couple other people because when I saw it, I started cracking up. Because, guys, when he says dumpster fire, it's a picture of a large dumpster with flames coming out of it.
It's a waste. It's a waste management dumpster.
It says Baron Corbin.
Yeah. Whoever made it didn't even bother to take off the waste management logo. I died laughing. It's like, well, free publicity for them. Although I'm pretty sure they don't want their dumpsters set on fire.
Yes, please, kids, don't go out there setting dumpsters on fire unless you know that the body is they're completely dead. Then set it on fire.
But your thoughts on Kurt selecting Corbin, and I'm just going to go there. Who would you have picked if you were him, or who would you have liked for him to pick?
Well, I mean, I think Baron Corbin, he is the top-notch wrestler in the WWE, and so I think it's very befitting that Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin, do it one more time on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. I mean, Baron Corbin's, he is a top-tier talent in the WWE. He's charismatic. He knows how to wrestle. He can tell a story. I don't see why it wouldn't be anybody but Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle doing the honorable thing by, he do the honors for Baron Corbin. I mean, anybody else would.
You're referring to Baron Corbin, not Darren Corbin, when you're referring.
Yeah, Baron Corbin, the lone wolf.
Yeah,
the former the acting general manager of Raw. Probably one of the greatest general managers of all time.
Who are you sucking up to? Did you Did you send another resume in?
No, I'm just saying. I think Baron Corbin. I mean, why the guy? I mean, second behind. As far as talent goes on the roster, right behind, Brock Lesnar. I mean, the guy's more charismatic than Cena, more, popular than like Rollins or Finn Balor. I mean, he looks like a superstar. So why not?
In the words that Paul Heyman made oh so famous this past Monday night on Raw,
wrong answer.
And I will agree to that 7 days a week.
Well, you asked me what my thoughts were, and those are my thoughts. That's what I'm saying.
Wrong answer.
Well, I mean, you can't tell me, you can't ask me my opinion and then tell me my opinion's wrong.
Okay. For you, your opinion may be right. For me, your opinion is wrong.
Well, that's your opinion. I mean, it's either that or Kurt could have had he could have had a triple threat with his two sons. I mean, he wrestled one of them Monday night apparently, but he could have wrestled both of them. So
I think it was incredible the fact that WWE actually booked the match Kurt Angle versus Chad Gable. I thought it was a great moment in time. I wish the match could have happened with a Kurt Angle who was 10 years younger. I didn't say the match happened 10 years ago. I said with a Kurt Angle that would be 10 years younger. So I'm taking that line of comedy right out from under everybody.
I don't know, dude. If we flash back 10 years ago to Kurt Angle, remember, he was still kind of messed up on the pills. Well,
still, by the same token, he was a lot more mobile then.
I mean, but let me just go back to what you're saying. What I was doing, for those who don't know, that's called trolling. That's what WWE has been doing ever since they started the road to WrestleMania. They've been trolling people with, is Kofi Mania going to happen? They've been trolling with now Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle. They've been trolling about, well, Becky Lynch is not going to be in WrestleMania. You can't, every one of your major storylines, angles, whatever, you can't troll. Pick one, troll with it. Don't sit there and troll everything, because everything is up in the air and blah, blah, blah. So don't sit there and troll with us by saying, you're being Corbin. It's honestly, it's more than likely going to be John Cena. I don't really care who it is. I would have liked to have seen Cena, Samoa Joe.
That would be good.
I think it would be great. I wouldn't have even minded seeing Angle versus Cena versus Samoa Joe. I wouldn't have minded seeing Angle, Samoa Joe on a WrestleMania stage as opposed to, whatever they did for TNA. I would even be okay with Kurt winning the U.S. Seriously, have Joe versus Angle versus Cena. Because we all know that within the past few years, WrestleMania has become multi-man matchamania.
Yep.
Yeah, so usually, what was that? Was that Vince calling in Trump to tell me to stop talking? What was that?
No, that was right answer. Go ahead, continue.
Oh, so it's very, very rare is there a non-multi-man match, and it usually involves Taker and or Triple H. See, there we go. Turn the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and say I would have been okay if that would have been a triple threat, and I would have been okay with Angle going over, winning the U.S. title, and then retiring as U.S. champion. Because he's always been All-American.
Yeah.
And then they could have done a nice little tournament, going into,
Summerfest?
Post-Mania. So, that'd have been too long for Summerfest. This ain't like back in the day, Eddie, where you can stretch from Mania to SummerSlam and get away with it.
Yes, we're doing live television every damn day of the week now.
Yeah. You got live Monday, live Tuesday. You got your pre-taped NXTs on the Wednesdays. Pay-per-views every other week almost.
Well, at least they cut back on those.
Yeah, thank goodness. But, I really do. Once again, I'm pretty sure WWE is doing what they do best and trolling folks, and then we're, 2 weeks out? 3 weeks out?
Yeah.
Yeah, something happens, and it's going to be Cena, since I think, isn't Joe slated to take on Ray, or are they going to make this a multi-man ladder match for the U.S. title?
They will probably do that.
It's like since they got rid of Money in the Bank, either U.S. or IC title takes the place with a ladder match. We're already slated for at least a triple threat tag team title match on SmackDown. You're probably going to have 3 to 4 teams on Raw going after those titles. You got the women's battle royal, the men's battle royal, and no joke. I don't know if you saw this, Eddie, but legitimately, and then we'll get back to who do you want to see. Legitimately though, I have seen multiple sources varying and not just pulling from the one place that you don't like. Like these people are free thinking and independent. Thoughts and all that. Literally saying this
not the parroting parasites.
What?
Not the parroting parasites.
Yes. That they're saying this could be the longest WrestleMania in history.
Oh, it's going to be. Oh my God, is it going to be?
So
we've already got a problem with Mania going 5 freaking hours from last year, and they were gonna run over that.
And that does not include pre-show, right?
Nope. Which
pre-show is going to be at least 2 hours.
Which I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there. We may not do a show that day.
Why not?
Because if Mania is going to run over 5 effing hours, look, I'm all in favor. Okay, here's where I am with this. And I'm going to be brutally honest. If Mania is going to go 5 hours, and we manage to eke in a 1 hour pre-show, the way scheduling would be for all of us in order to get us together for that 1 hour show, unless we're maybe on location. Here's where we are with a lot of things, and diverting the subject for a hot second. I've been in communication with good friends who are GMs at Buffalo Wild Wings here in our home market of Birmingham. They use DirecTV for their pay-per-view provider. DirecTV is continuing to be little bitches and not carry WWE live events. On the corporate side, they may break down on the residential side and carry it. But as of this moment right now, 6:15 p.m. Central Time, March 24, DirecTV has made no comment whatsoever to where anybody with Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters or any of the major bars that utilize DirecTV commercial service will be carrying Mania. Not happening. If you know of a place, if you're in our home market of Birmingham, hey, look, we're all over the idea of going on location. If you've got a place that is legally showing WrestleMania, get in touch. We will help you cross-promote. We have a great listener base here on this station, which is also very strong in our home market of Birmingham or in Alabama. So it doesn't matter. Montgomery, Huntsville, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Oxford, Anniston, Gadsden, Rainbow City, doesn't matter. Prattville, Wetumpka, we're good with those markets. And if you're legally showing WrestleMania, let us know at Beyond Ringside on Twitter, beyondringside@gmail.com, facebook.com/beyondringside, and facebook.com/beyondringsidelive. If you're legally showing it and not just hooking Bubba's Xbox up to and running it through the network on a big screen, yeah, because we're not going to help you advertise that because you'll end up with a C&D and a lawsuit. And we're not gonna do that on any level. So, like I said, legally showing it is one thing. Well, if I'm not charging a cover, can't I go ahead and just run my Xbox through the TV at the bar? You advertise it, that means you're doing it for profit in a business that is there for profit. Now, if you're setting it up per se at a private venue and you're not charging a cover, not charging for food, not charging for drinks, and it's everybody BYOB, sure, you can get away with that 7 days a week. I had ideas about doing that for us, a separate venue. There's one I'd really love to get it at. But the minute you do it like that, you're opening yourself up for legal headaches. And if you don't think WWE would find a way to, they have people they pay to search the internet and watch social media for stuff like this. They have lawyers that will send out a C&D so fast, not a CMD, but a C&D, cease and desist. Yeah,
I don't know. It might be worse if they send out CMD. Just, you're illegally showing WrestleMania. He just runs in, hits you with a flip-flop chop, says no, and then unplugs it and runs out.
Okay, that'd be funny as hell.
I'd laugh.
I would pay to see that. Legit, I would pay his appearance fee to set that damn commercial spot up. We could do it here at Studio One. We're just doing this live, folks. Who cares? We're ready to have some fun today. Coming back over to it, look, when Angle made the comment about him and Corbin, I'm 50-50 on it. I am not a fan I'm not a fan of Corbin. His in-ring work is lackluster at best, and his promos are horrible. But by the same token, I understand business is business. Where the sentimental side of me would love to see him go match John Cena or match Samoa Joe. I have to look at the day after WrestleMania. When someone is leaving, they don't always get to leave on their terms. But as a professional, we understand the concept of doing the honors. It is rare, and I think the last time that this has really happened was when a couple of years ago, Edge successfully defended the World Heavyweight Championship on SmackDown and then turned around on successfully defended it at Mania and then turned around on Monday, 24 hours later, and announced his retirement. So, and then when he went into Tuesday Night SmackDown following WrestleMania, he surrendered the World Heavyweight Championship. I think that is pretty much the last time somebody, a champion, or somebody genuinely has gone out on top on their own terms. If Angle Corbin does take place, I'll be disappointed. I won't be butthurt. I won't be pissed off. I just won't expect a good match. I won't look for a good match because I don't think Corbin is genuinely capable of doing it on the biggest stage of them all. I would personally, as a wrestling purist, rather see Chad Gable one more time with Kurt Angle or Shelton Benjamin one more time. If he was able to, already forgot his name. See, Vince was right. Kurt's son.
Jason Jordan?
Thank you. In storyline, Jason Jordan. I'd like to see that match. Concussions are a beautiful thing. Said no one ever. Charlie Haas, if he's healthy enough to go. I wouldn't have minded seeing that. As a wrestling
I wouldn't mind seeing World's Greatest Tag Team or Team Angle reunite to take on American Alpha.
That would be awesome. I would love to see it. And actually, just for the hell of it, going in a slightly different direction, why not? American Alpha versus the self-proclaimed World's Greatest Tag Team with Kurt Angle as the special guest referee. I think that would be incredible. I don't know if Kurt would be physically able to move as fast as needed to be the referee in that match. Because if you saw him Monday night, I mean, if you saw him Monday night on Raw, you saw Kurt's mobility is in question. I'm honest about that. I'm real about that. Kurt has health concerns.
Well, you apparently have never seen some referees in the state of Alabama at certain pro wrestling shows.
Oh, yes, I have.
So I think Kurt will do just fine.
I worked with a referee one time whose count was even more slow and more deliberate than Scott Armstrong. The running gag was 1, gentlemen, start your engines. 2, Dale Jr., just 1 Talladega. That's how slow it was.
Well, I know of a certain toothless giant who tries to referee, and it actually takes him longer to get down to count the 10.
That's when you just fall forward like a tree, and when your hand smacks, that's 1.
Well, he gets confused after 2, so.
Oh, boy. Sounds like a couple
he has to check his ex-wife's hand to see what number 3 is.
Okay.
Because she's missing 2 fingers.
Because I wouldn't have minded seeing Angle versus Cena. John Cena's first match, Kurt Angle's last match. I think it would be poetic. I think Cena could easily work a style that would be complementary to where Angle is right now in his physical condition. And would it be 4-star, 5-star, whatever star, shooting star, red star, whatever? Dog spot, liver spot? Probably not. But would it be a good, entertaining match that fans could hold on to for a while and remember fondly? Yes. And at the end of the day, that's what it's supposed to be. Should I go off on that tangent now or wait till last call? Okay, I'll wait. Because... And there's the question. I'm going to throw this one out there. You've heard us talk about everything from the retirement of Rob Gronkowski to Pac being unable to appear at WrestleCon to the comments about the promo for The Gathering, as well as the upcoming Scenic City Showdown match, AC Mack, Joey Lynch. You've heard us talk about Kurt Corbin and who we'd like to see, who we wouldn't mind seeing. The dream match scenario for Kurt's last match in this hour. At Beyond Ringside on Twitter, Facebook.com/Beyond Ringside Live, and Facebook.com/Beyond Ringside. We would like to know what's on your mind about the topics we've just covered. There's a lot more that we're going to cover, but this first hour officially going into the books, maybe about 5 minutes early. But so we're also going to do last call and full-scale shameless plugs in our second hour live and replayed. For those who are catching this hour on YouTube and Daily Motion and Facebook, we thank you. Greatly appreciated. We do have a second hour on the way. So once again, if you're catching on the video services, drop over. BeyondRingside.com is where you can catch the station 24/7. ProWrestlingRadio.net, same result. The Beyond Ringside channel on TuneIn, same result. Listen live, listen to everything in rotation. If you're catching us on replay, Podomatic, Podomatic, you can find us there. You can find us through iTunes. You can find us through Spreaker, Spreaker. You can find us through Stitcher. There's actually about 16 different ways you can catch our archives, including the shows tab over on iHeartRadio. Mark Mabo Bowman and I are normally here Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 Central, 3:30 Pacific. For the foes in the mountains time zone, call Ted Guinness. He'll tell you where to go and what time it is at the same time. The Shooters Gallery normally broadcasts on Beyond Ringside Sports Radio Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 7 Pacific Time. We're probably going to start moving that time up 30 minutes. We did that this past week. Threw some people off, and I apologize for that. But like I said, you can catch us live, and you can catch us on replay on so many different sources. Do you have some? We're going to disappear for the hour in about 3 minutes. Mabo, is there one thing in particular on your mind that you want to go ahead and throw out for this hour, or do you want to hold it for the second hour?
I hold it.
Okay. Well, tell you what we going to do, kids. We're going to go ahead and put a wrap on this hour of Beyond Ringside Live. Like I said, we are going to be coming back in just a few. Hang tight. For Mark Mabo Bowman, I'm the Magic City Motor Mouth Fast Eddie Layne saying this is Beyond Ringside Live on the Beyond Ringside Radio Network and ProWrestlingRadio.net.
This is the Dream Killer, Eric Wayne, and if you want the very best in professional wrestling, you come watch me. If you want the very best in radio, then you stay right here because you're locked in to Beyond Ringside.
What's up, everybody? It's Stan Grubb for Corner to Corner Wrestling Radio and the Beyond Ringside Radio Network. Hey, join us every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as the triple threat of wrestling radio goes live every week, giving you their thoughts and opinions on the world of professional wrestling. Myself, Brian, and Rob, all live, all here for you. And as my good friend Rob would say, from corner to corner and pillar to post, we bring it to you every week at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. BeyondRingside.com and ProWrestlingRadio.net.
This is Angel Orsini.
This is the Human Hand Grenade, Danny Only.
This is Dirty Dutch Mantel.
This is Liz Savage.
This is Vinny O'Brien, 2010 Golden Glove champion. This is Gabe Sapolsky from Dragon Gate USA and Evolve Pro Wrestling, and you're locked into Beyond Ringside.
Everybody, it's Jakar's finest, the chocolate ice cream dream, the backcourt bandit, Sugar Dunkerton, letting you know that you are locked in to Beyond Ringside. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Do not turn that dial.
As promised, welcome back into Beyond Ringside Live on this Sunday night, March 24th. 6:32 Central Standard Time, or Daylight Time, one of those two. I get so confused on this Daylight Savings Time stuff because there's actually parts of the country where they don't recognize Daylight Savings Time. Fast Eddie Layne over here, welcoming back Mark Mabo Bowman. Glad to see you out and about.
Thanos was right.
Really? How was he right?
Well, we all know.
Okay.
Half you bastards should be dead. I wouldn't be mad.
Ow! Wow, man. Well, we don't have to worry about that much longer. We're about 1 month away from Infinity War.
Nope.
What? I mean, oh, I'm sorry, Endgame.
There you go, time traveler.
Yeah, really. I was about to say Infinity War Part 2, but it is officially titled Endgame. The promos for this movie have been actually pretty good. Coming off of my personal and apparently I'm in the minority on this one when it comes to Captain Marvel. I just wasn't thrilled with it. Maybe my expectations were too high. Maybe I should go back and watch it again. I don't know. But I am looking forward to Endgame, and this will probably be my last Marvel movie for a while. It'll probably be their last one for a while too. Because
nope.
You know what I mean.
No, not even for a while. I mean, like, literally, not counting the, Spider-Man It's not Homecoming. It's something similar though.
Far From Home.
Like Spider-Man Field Trip, something.
Yeah, Far From Home.
No, it should be Field Trip because that's what he's on.
Again.
So just call it Field. And I'll say this: I mean, the fact that they let Mysterio have they didn't try to what I like to say Sony it up and just completely. Can I say cock up the costume?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, completely cock up the costume like they did with, Rhino and all this in the other Spider-Man movies. They let him have the weird green checkered suit and the big bubble head and the purple cape and everything. And now how long he wears the big bubble, the big glass dome, who knows? And it's no spoiler that it is Jake Gyllenhaal underneath. I mean, it's in the trailers. But my goodness, man. My goodness. The fact that we got to see a comic book accurate Mysterio. Woo! So, but no, I think as soon as that finishes up, shoot, who are we supposed to get? Is it Strange 2?
Honestly, not sure. I haven't looked at Phase 4.
I know they're talking about Black Panther 2. I know they're definitely talking about Strange 2.
True.
But yeah, they're actually keeping, other than Far From Home, they're keeping everything tight-lipped. They've got stuff lined up. They know what they're going to do. But one, they don't want to say anything. And of course, for those who haven't heard or whatever, we discussed it. I think we discussed it Tuesday night. As soon as James Gunn wraps up Suicide Squad sequel for DC, he's rolling back, and there will be a GOTG. Who just ringed my phone? GOTG 3.
I'm glad that is straightened out.
I am too, because we've all done stupid stuff, some of us within the last 2 years, and some of us on Twitter in the past. And, and it's just those types of people that when somebody's doing, it just seems like when somebody's doing something so good in life or so well in life for themselves.
You look for a way to tear them down. You look for some people just have to find a way to try to tear them down.
Yeah, I mean, like, when they're bringing, like, okay, I didn't enjoy the second Guardians of the Galaxy as much as I enjoyed the first one. But those two movies alone, plus the other stuff he's done, it's just brought a lot of people a lot of joy, and it helps them escape or disconnect from their trouble that they're having just for a few hours.
But he made a comment on Twitter. He actually said this on Twitter, and he needs to be punished. He should be fired and never work again.
Yeah, and they did it.
And
it was literally something from, almost a decade ago.
At least. Back
when, depending on how you look at it, that stuff was it was more allowed.
I am of the ilk that I believe that both sides, if you're on one side of this coin and you're making derogatory, defamatory comments toward the other side, it should be fairly and equally enforced. Look, it's one of the few times that I actually get on this style of rant. I don't give a flying rat's ass about politics. I don't. I'm not on the right. I'm not on the left. I'm not even the center. I'm more of an anarchist. I'm not pinned down by any labels because I refuse to be. If you want to call me an anarchist, that's great. That's cool. I'll take that. But I don't wear it as a label. I'm from the school of thought that we should be respectful of each other regardless of whether or not we disagree. Verbally. We can agree to disagree without going elevated in our volume during the conversation or an attempt at a conversation. Mark and I don't agree on everything. Hell,
we don't.
We don't.
We don't.
And by the same token, we always can find a common ground because the fact that we approach things, look, we are friends as well as colleagues, and we've gotten into pretty heated discussions before, but we don't let it affect our friendship. One can be right, one can be wrong. Guess what? It's going to happen. He can be right, I can be wrong, I can be right, he can be wrong. Guess what? Tomorrow's another day. We understand that our friendship isn't based on one little thing, regardless of how big some other people might think it is. And that's my problem with social media right now. You got a bunch of faceless, nameless keyboard warriors who do nothing more than just try to ag crap on, try to goad people into these arguments. Be better than that. When someone tries to goad you into something using nothing more than inane stupidity, come back at them with facts. Come back at them with pure, unadulterated, unexpurgated, unbreakable fact. That's the way you win every time. Because the people who are those faceless, nameless trolls will normally just... And believe me, it happens on both sides of the aisle. It's not just one or the other. That's why look, I'm honest about it. I normally end up blocking anywhere between 50 to 60 to 75 people every time I go on social media. Because somebody on my Twitter type feed, somebody that I follow or that follows me, but primarily the ones that I follow, will start retweeting stupid crap about politics and things of that ilk. Okay, you can retweet it all you want to. I won't see it because chances are I've already blocked the person that you're retweeting. Reputable source, yeah, I'll read that. But if they are the assistant to the blogger to this or that or the other, no. And if they got a blue check mark, they better be somebody real and important and real important, or they're going to get blocked. But that's the way I do things. I hate drama. I work in pro wrestling, but I hate drama. Go figure that one out. I live in Alabama and work in pro wrestling, and I hate drama. Go figure that one out. Mark, you can probably get a chuckle out of that one, right? Exactly.
What?
And what'd you say?
Chuckle dolls?
Okay, sure. Catwoman, Eartha Kitt, Lee Merriweather. Who was the third one? Julie Newmar, that's who it was.
Yeah, I literally was in stunned silence. I'm like, really?
The fact that I couldn't remember Julie Newmar, or that I actually said it before you?
No, the fact you couldn't remember. The one that, I'm going to be honest, everybody has their specific ones, but the one that made Catwoman on that show.
Well, okay, I'm gonna do this one because a good friend of mine who works in radio here in Birmingham has what he calls his big stupid question of the day. Birmingham radio listeners will know who I'm referring to. And one of the questions that he laid out there was specifically geared toward television, but people started expanding it into movies. Well, there's a 99% chance that whoever's playing it in television isn't going to play it in the movie. So that's why it's like, okay, give me a person whose role was played by two different people in television. The first one that popped in my head, of course, Darren Stevens on Bewitched. Number 2, Catwoman from the original Batman series, because that was played by 3 different individuals. And there have been others, like Becky from Roseanne. Yeah, Sarah Chalke and Lisa Garrison.
That would have been my number 3.
Yeah, I mean that was my number 3 technically. But you've had other people. I mean, it's like on Last Man Standing, they've been rotating characters over the last couple of years. Because season 1, the eldest daughter was played by one person. Now it's played by somebody else as of season 2. And since they moved to Fox, the middle daughter, who was played by one person, is now played by somebody else. The youngest child, Boyd, was played by one person, now is played by somebody else.
Yeah, but I don't know if you could really count that, because that moved to completely different networks. That was canceled and then brought back. So I don't know if you could count that. That's just like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine was on Fox for several seasons, and then NBC picked it up when it got canceled, which literally that shocked everybody when they canceled Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Fox. So, you know, that would kind of be in the same vein as if one of the main characters on there, or even one of the secondary characters like Scully or Hitchcock, like if they would have gotten replaced. I think once you leave the network and you revitalize somewhere else, but it's still the same character, unless it's multiple years later and the kid and it was a child at original inception and then it was grown, that would be a little different. So, you know.
I mean, that's something you normally don't see. Because remember, in this day and age, WWE television, Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown in particular, they're television shows that feature professional wrestling that, of course, are about the McMahon family 9 times out of 10. But lo and behold, you don't see somebody come. There's only been one case right off the top of my head where a character has been played by 2 or more people, and that one is masked wrestler.
Sin Cara?
Thank you. I remembered Hunico. I couldn't remember the first one.
Mystico.
Thank you. I knew you'd know that.
Yeah. He was actually not the first Mystico, and now he's like Mystic or whatever, and when he went back to Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
Got a question. Open question for everybody at Beyond Ringside on Twitter, also through our Facebook feeds. What is your personal level of interest in the Shane McMahon versus The Miz storyline?
I was really hoping you were about to say Shane McMahon versus Steve Mongo McMichael. So
yeah,
I'm
really.
Very interested. Let's see where that goes.
Yeah, really. But your personal level of interest in that?
Oh, me personally?
Yes.
Well, I mean, okay, we knew the inevitable was going to happen, and they were going to split and fight each other at Mania. I was kind of shocked that it was Shane that turned heel. And then my interest died down, and now I just wish Miz and Mrs. Season 2 would hurry him come back. Because for as much as I don't like The Miz, like, once again, not Mike Mizanin, but The Miz.
The character The Miz.
The character The Miz. And I don't mean like that, he's doing his job as a bad guy. Ooh, let me boo him. I'm talking like, I don't like the character of The Miz. I just, whether I'm conditioned to, cheer the good guys, boo the bad guys, or whatever, it's not like that. I just don't like his character. There's several people that I just don't like their characters. I don't like Roman Reigns' character. Don't like it. He was forced down our throats and blah, blah, blah. But Roman Reigns, the person, got no problem with the guy. No problem whatsoever. But I thoroughly enjoy watching Miz and Mrs. I think Maurice is not aging very well, and her mom, I'm pretty sure, is a Muppet. I know Mrs. Dad is a Muppet.
No, Potato Head.
No, his dad is a Muppet. Oh, Eddie will get this reference, and you older, viewers, much like Eddie, the ones that are in their 70s.
You mean listeners?
I'm pretty sure Maurice's mom is the old ventriloquist doll, Madam.
Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Yep.
Yeah, from the Hollywood Squares fame, especially back in the 1970s and early 80s.
But what TV show? Were they not on a TV show?
They were.
I remember growing up, because I never saw them on Hollywood Squares. I remember them being on this weird variety show.
Laugh-In.
No, it wasn't Laugh-In that I saw them on. Because Laugh-In was canceled by the time by the time I started watching TV, Laugh-In had been canceled.
Reruns.
Nope. It was. Would there have been a show? Was she ever on Carol Burnett?
I don't remember if Waylon Flowers and Madam were on Carol Burnett. They might have been. Normally, I keep very good track, especially Carol Burnett being one of my favorite variety shows of all time.
Well, since you're at a computer, find out what shows, because I remember specifically growing up, I remember when I first became cognizant of television, the 2 shows that I remember, even though the first song I sung the first song I ever learned the words to was, Good Old Boys by the Dukes of Hazzard. But I don't remember watching them until much later. I remember playing with the toys, but I don't remember watching the show until much later. But my first cognizant memories were two things. One, Waylon, Flowers, and Madam, and two, Sha-Na-Na.
Oh, featuring John Bowser Bowman.
I don't know if that was his last name, but
yeah, Bowser.
But no, I remember Bowser.
Yeah, John Bowman.
Because he was pretty much the face of the whole thing. But yeah, I remember specifically seeing those two on our television growing up. But I cannot remember what. And I remember because that Madam freaked me the hell out. But I just remember her being on some kind of weird variety show.
Well, let's see.
Oh, and I used to have nightmares after watching Mr. Rogers. It wasn't Fred Rogers. It was for some reason the trolley. When it would go into the tunnel, that would trigger something, and then at night I would have nightmares.
Flowers and Madam were featured as the center square on the final episode of NBC Hollywood Squares in 1980.
That was not it.
Well, now hold on. Madam's many television appearances. I'm going on Wikipedia here because I don't have a more credible source in front of me. Madam's many television appearances included Laugh-In, a long run of the game show Hollywood Squares, replacing Paul Lynde in the center square, a recurring comedy skit on Solid Gold.
But Solid Gold came on like Saturdays.
Well, yeah.
So that wasn't it.
A regular on ABC's short-lived summer replacement show called Keep On Truckin'. A number of TV guest spots, too numerous to mention, and as the star of her own syndicated 1982 sitcom, Madam's Place.
That might have been it. I can guarantee you that. Oh, God, the nightmares are coming back. Oh, God, I'm going to have night terrors again.
It's funny because, I love this piece of trivia that was thrown up on Wikipedia. The final game question of the daytime series of the Hollywood Squares was asked to Madam by Peter Marshall. The question was, quote, Mozart, Beethoven, Schubert, and Strauss lived in the same place. Where did they all live? Madam's comic answer, at the YMCA. And the serious answer was Germany, but the correct answer was Austria. So that cute little piece of trivia there. Major classical music buffs will get that joke. And television fans will get that joke too, especially our, 30-plus crowd. But, yeah.
See, I don't remember, the original Hollywood Squares.
I do.
But when the new Hollywood Squares started running on USA, oh, yeah, that was my summertime watching. Or when I was homesick from school, it was that, Price is Right, Card Sharks, Pressure Luck.
Pressure Luck, Peter Tomarken.
Yeah, whatever the weird. And I was trying to tell somebody this, because it was, USA had just kicked off, and we are way off wrestling subject right now.
Yeah, I know.
But it was like when Card Sharks and stuff, and oh God, Joker's Wild, that was another show that used to give me nightmares. Whenever the devil would show up.
Yeah, Jack Perry?
I don't know about the host. And what was the one with the dragon?
The dragon?
Yeah, was that Joker's Wild?
No, they had, God, I don't remember a dragon. Could have been.
Well, there was one game show that had like a little digital 8-bit dragon that would come up.
No idea.
If you lost,
wasn't
Super.
Super
Between that and then Joker's Wild and the freaking devil-looking guy on the card. No. But there was a show. I want to say it was a game show. I remember watching it on USA. Came on right after Card Sharks, I want to say, but it was kind of like it was vanity plates, basically. Like you had to figure out what the vanity plate said.
Huh.
It was very 80s, or it was very mid to late 80s. Like if anybody knows, if you remember LA Gear, how their logo looked for the California license plate at the time,
yeah,
it was very similar to that. Anyway, What were we talking about?
I don't know where we were going. Somehow or another, you got off on Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Oh, the fact that Maurice's mom looks like Madam.
Oh, that's what it was. Has the Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey storyline peaked too soon?
I don't know, dude. It seems by the time the end of Raw comes around with all that stuff on there, I pass out. So
I think it has.
I think it's just gone. I think it jumped the shark when. I mean, it's great memes came out of it. Great memes came out of it with, Ronda getting her hair done and all this other stuff. Just if you haven't seen any of the memes, there's just and Big Boss Man wasn't really, or something. They would just come up with something stupid. Shelton Benjamin's hair not really gold,
right?
Or so just crazy stuff.
Well, tell you what, folks, we are going to go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and I saw the time, and I was going to say, and we probably need to head to a break.
Yep, we are. That's where I was going. Hang tight for a second. We are going to disappear for the live side. When we come back, slated to be joined by Karen Smith from Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling, and we are going to have that drawing for a pair of tickets to the April 6th Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling live event in Moody, Alabama. Hang tight.
What a lovely pair.
This is Beyond Ringside Live. On multiple platforms, on multiple formats, and now even more so through multiple websites. Beyond Ringside Live is on the air. Thank you once again to everybody tuning in live on this Sunday night edition. From Studio One, I'm the Magic City Motor Mouth Fast Eddie Layne, being rejoined by tag team partner, the incomparable Mark Mabo Bowman.
Choco Dial.
And being joined, actually, we're, like I said, cross-formatting because she just went live on the Coast to Coast Facebook feed just a second ago from Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling. Karen Smith, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Eddie. Thanks for having us on your show again.
Looking forward to it. And, of course, greatly looking forward to Saturday night, April the 6th in Moody, Alabama at the Moody Civic Center as Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling presents Scorned, the debut offering. Now, for those who, we were originally going to do this last Sunday, but life got in the way on our side of the board. Karen was able to do the drawing through her, the Coast to Coast Facebook feed. And I believe the winner from last week was TJ Burks, right?
Yes, and congratulations again to TJ Burks. He was our first winner.
Congratulations, TJ. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, April the 6th. Now, before we do the drawing, I do have to ask, do you have a little exclusive you can throw our way about the live event coming up?
Well, I mean, we have quite a card put together for you guys. We're so excited again to be at the spectacular Moody Civic Center, and we have Moody's very own Sergeant Hammer that's going to be coming back from retirement for this match, and of course we have the fabulous crew from Beyond Ringside who's going to be doing our announcing, and we have quite a card, so we're looking forward to seeing everybody come out and just the thunder that will happen that evening.
Now, I know the entire card has not been released yet. Based on a conversation we had recently, you said you're about to make an announcement about another match being added to the card, right?
Yes. So we'll be making another announcement this evening, actually, following this drawing. We'll be posting that on our Coast to Coast Facebook page. So I would direct your followers and listeners to the Coast to Coast page for more information.
And be sure to look up Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling over on Facebook. Other social media platforms and website will be forthcoming. Do you have everything ready to go for the drawing?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind your listeners, as well as our followers on Facebook, that this is the second drawing for the Gold Circle VIP tickets, and this will give them guaranteed seating in the first or second row for the event. And it will also give them advanced access to our meet and greet. So they'll have a 30-minute advance access to the meet and greet. And for those that are interested in purchasing tickets or reserving them, they can do that via our Facebook page, Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling, or they can call the Coast to Coast Championship office at 205-202-9386.
Now, double checking.
And then, of course,
Go ahead.
We'll be holding one more drawing next week too. So they still have the opportunity to like and share our post and get entered in the drawing, and they have one more chance next Sunday to win as well.
And that's going to be next Sunday at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time, right?
Correct.
Cool. And we'll be doing that simulcast as well.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so I have my bowl full of people that have liked and shared our posts, and I'm just going to stir this around and grab one out. And this week's winner is Brooks Logan.
Oh!
Brooks Logan, congratulations. You just won yourself 2 Gold Circle VIP tickets. And thank you again for liking our post and our page and sharing it. And we appreciate it very much. Congrats, Brooks.
And everybody on our side of the board heard the applause in the crowd going wild. Yes, gotta love it. Brooks Logan, congratulations. Looking forward to seeing you on April 6th in Moody, Alabama at the Moody Civic Center for Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling. Karen, we're going to go ahead and let you run. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Looking forward to speaking to you as the week progresses. And, of course, definitely back next Sunday for the next drawing. One more drawing for a set of Golden Circle seats for Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling on April 6th. Karen, thank you again. Always great to talk to you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
And you as well. Karen Smith with Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling. Definitely a joy to have on board. Looking forward to the great night of professional wrestling action. Saturday night, April 6th, Moody, Alabama, as Coast to Coast presents Scorned. As we are getting ready to start heading for the Radio Ranch on this Sunday night edition, Brooks Logan, winner, always.
But the only time he's ever been called a winner in life.
Had to throw that one in.
I don't know, Eddie, with the the first winner being T.J. Burks and this week's winner being Brooks Logan. I'm starting to wonder if the fix is in.
I'm going
to go ahead and call it right now. Next week's winner, Adam Coffey.
Funny. I was expecting, actually, when that wouldn't surprise me. And that would be beautiful.
I've got to get him to like and share and everything. I guarantee you would watch it be Adam Coffey.
That's, like I said, I'm waiting to see that one happen. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to make this an abbreviated cut. By the way, for everybody listening on the live side of life, corner to corner, not coast to coast, but corner to corner, Wrestling Radio will kick off at the top of the 8 o'clock hour in the Central Time Zone, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Stan and I believe Brian in full force. Stan told me Rob was out sick this week, so of course, Rob, hope you get to feeling better soon. And, of course, don't forget, keep your ears open on the stations. We'll actually changing the format a little bit on a lot of things here or as we're headed through what is called wrestling season, WrestleMania season. So we've got some big changes coming up, and you never know what's going to happen next. That's all I can say. We've got some new voices coming on board on a lot of the shows, new faces being added, and we are in search of the best place to hold a WrestleMania party. Legally, of course.
It ain't gonna happen.
I'm working on the concept. Trust me on this one. Mabo, let's do it. Last call, brother.
Dude, I'm taking a drink. Calm down.
I am calm. I'm calm.
No. I don't know what we're talking about last call. Shoot, I don't know. I forgot what we're talking about.
a number of different things.
Oh, great action down at Munford last night with Victory Championship Wrestling. Congratulations to everybody out there. I heard it was an amazing show. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend last night due to personal reasons. Nothing against them, and I am still with the company. Just personal reasons came up. You know, some things got locked down, and I just couldn't make it. So,
unavoidably detained.
Oh, yeah.
By pressing matters.
I was cuffed to him for some reason.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get away.
There you go.
I mean, just every cell in my body wanted to get out of there.
Can you make it any more obvious?
We're not gonna.
No, we're not.
I mean, as obvious as dropping the soap in the shower.
I mean, we're just going to leave that up to we're going to leave this line of comedy up to everybody's judgment.
Oh, yes. Guilty as charged.
And on that note, I'll take that one as your last call. On a totally different realm, and you know me, I'm the Oracle of Shameless Promotion. I've worked long and hard to achieve that status. Last night, and first off, want to give a very special thank you to longtime friend and friend of the family, Mike Miller, who got in touch with me. I made a comment early Saturday morning on Facebook. It's like, what's going on in town tonight? And
wait, before you continue, why does that name sound familiar, Mike Miller?
You probably met him once or twice.
No. Wait, what was the macaroni guy?
Mike Miller.
Is that the same guy?
Yes. The same person.
Mike Macaroni
is Mike Miller.
The one that had the Disney thing.
The one that had the Disney thing, and the one who also did our lead-in for the show.
For the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dulcet tones.
Okay, that's why the name sounded. I never met him, but that's why the name sounded familiar. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he got in touch with me. He made a post on my Facebook feed yesterday responding to the question, what's happening in Birmingham last night? And he is now affiliated and one of the producers for the Birmingham Improv Theater. Down in downtown on the south side of Birmingham. I think it's like 2208 7th Avenue South. I went down there last.
What theater did it say?
The Birmingham Improv Theater. It's on the front of the building.
Oh, is that what it's called? Okay,
yeah, they have their own home.
Stevens or
no, they have their own place.
That?
Huh?
Hey, hold on, before you continue.
Yes.
Stop the presses.
Okay.
Can we be special guests one night?
I don't know about special guests, but if you, I'm planning to go next Saturday night.
Wait, am I booked next Saturday night?
I'm not booked next Saturday night.
Oh wait, no, I would have been booked next Saturday night if somebody wasn't, a petty patty.
Now, we're not
toothless.
No, no. We agreed to keep that one. We agreed to keep that in the bargain basement. We're not taking that to a new level. There's no way.
Hey, look, I'm not trying to be some kind of trickster here and pull the wool over people's eyes.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I might need you to. I mean, extenuating, extenuating circumstances. I may need you to come pick me up.
But in all sincerity,
I got picked up once. But no, continue, because I've always been interested, like Second City and all that, where they do the improv theater, where you shout out the answers and stuff. I love that crap.
Now, if you're
whose line was it anyway?
That's where I was about to say. If you are a fan of both the British version and the Drew Carey version and the later version that I cannot remember the name of the young lady who hosts it. Beautiful.
Aisha Tyler.
Okay, thank you. But like I said, they have some very talented and gifted comedic performers at the Birmingham Improv Theater. The show lasted about 90 minutes. I had a great time, start to finish. I was there for the 9:30 show, and they run 2 shows on Saturday. Their 7:00 show is pretty much all ages appropriate. Their 9:30 show is a little bit more. They take more liberties. And great crowd in attendance last night who was definitely ready to play along. And the actors, the comedians on stage did a phenomenal job start to finish. It was a lot of fun. I cannot recommend this place enough. Now, I am a huge fan of comedy and a huge fan of improv comedy. So that's why when Miller first told me about it, it's like, sure, I'll give it a shot. I'd love to see what they do. And I'll sit back and say this, money well spent. I'm not going to go on a 10-point grading system or an A through F grading system or a star grading system. I'm just going to sit back and say money well spent. So for our friends,
and well, I was going to say, are you allowed to divulge the price?
The tickets were $10.
That is not bad at all.
No. On a Saturday night.
Seating?
Say what?
Definitely on a Saturday night. Seating, was it a intimate?
It was an intimate. It was an intimate setting.
The theater was it? Huh?
It was an intimate setting.
Okay. Beverages?
Yes.
Okay.
Including beer.
Well, you got to give the deets to these people if you're going to get them out there, man.
Well, I would like for them to go look up Birmingham Improv Theater on social media, and they have all the information you could possibly ask for, including on how to get direct link up for tickets. They do sell them at the door. I believe you can get them online as well. But it is definitely a great experience. I'm looking forward to going back there. Had a phenomenal time. Had a chance to speak to some of the comedians afterwards, and we were definitely all cutting up. Of course, one of my favorite questions to ask any comedian is like, when's the last time somebody genuinely tried to out-funny you, and did it work? And if it did work, what was the subject matter? But everybody down there was extraordinarily personable. Great to speak with, and I had an absolute blast. So, like I said, I cannot recommend this place enough. If you are looking for something different to add to your list of things to do this year, to go check out, definitely check them out. The Birmingham Improv Theater, right in the heart of, right around 7th Avenue South. Tickets are reasonable. Drink prices are reasonable. It's a great environment and a great atmosphere, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't recommend it enough. Definitely check it out when you get time. Mabo, got a shameless plug you want to throw out?
Other than obviously not this coming Saturday, the 30th, but second. No, crap. I don't know. Go to VCWAction.com, find out when all of our show dates, appearances, and where you can view our television product, and hear me when I'm available. So yeah, VCWAction.com or Victory Championship Wrestling on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. I don't think we have a Twitter or a Glitchagram or a Splitch or a Spleech or Splooge or whatever it is. So
there you go.
Definitely Facebook and the thing. And as of right now, we definitely run shows every
second and fourth
Saturdays of every month in Munford, Alabama, at the beautiful Munford Civic Center. So do all that stuff there.
At Beyond Ringside on Twitter.
And also, wait, hold on. I got another shameless plug.
You hesitated and you were left in open silence there.
I was with the thing and the stuff. And you can catch myself and my sidekick, Fast Eddie Layne, as we do commentary for Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling coming up in the month of
April.
April of end of April.
April 6th.
April 6th, right there in the beautiful Moody, Alabama, at the Moody Civic Center. I know Brooks Logan will be there, +1. I know TJ Burks will be there, +1. With my money riding high, coffee winning tickets this week. So yes, you can check out Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling on Facebook, as well as the website, and I'm sure Eddie will handle the rest of that. There you go.
All right, you sound very much like Cosby when you say it like that. At Beyond Ringside on Twitter,
Sorry.
Facebook.com/Beyond Ringside Live, and Facebook.com/Beyond Ringside. Yeah, didn't he go to jail too? From that vantage point, there were so many people that went to jail in 2018 and 2019. I just can't keep track of who did and who didn't
First part of 2019.
Say what?
A lot of people going.
A lot of people in the first part of 2019. BeyondRingside.com is home, as well as ProWrestlingRadio.net. We will be back at it next Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Central, 3:30 Pacific time. Oh my God, how crazy can we get in the final seconds before we totally effing lose our minds? Thank you again to Karen Smith from Coast to Coast Championship Wrestling for coming on, doing the live ticket drawing, and we will have one more ticket drawing next Sunday. I do believe that is going to be, March 31st. That ticket drawing will be at 7 p.m. Central Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Time. Folks, once again, Corner to Corner coming up in less than an hour from now. For Mark Mabo Bowman.
Yep, Chocolate Dolls.
I'm Fast Eddie Layne saying thank you for joining us, and join us next time as we all go Beyond Ringside. Bye for now.